Hello, Facebook. I hope that I am live. I want to check really quick just to make sure. Yes. So I am live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today. I'm super excited. I'm super excited because not only are we in the Becoming She Who Handles Business series, but today, instead of just doing a normal video with the She Handles Business or the Becoming She Who Handles Business series, we are doing a live podcast episode recording. And I am excited because we are doing this in person, on video, all the things, and I'm super excited. So for those of you who are listening on the podcast, hello, and welcome back to another episode of the She Handles Business podcast. My name is Shamandrian, and I am so excited that you are here. Today we have a very special guest who is a very, very close friend of mine that I am very blessed to have as a friend because this is something that I prayed for, y'all. At the beginning of the year, I prayed that this year would be about connection. This year would be about relationships. This year would be about genuine friendships with other women who are handling business, that are balancing life, that are women of God, that are women that are will lock arms with you, encourage you, empower you, encourage and inspire you, and walk life with you. And that is a direct reflection of what She Handles Business is all about, our community. But then it's also what my direct relationships with friends look like too. And so I'm excited to be able to bring to you one of my very close dear friends. We call our little group Kingdom Sisters in Business. We're going to trademark it, y'all. So don't go try to get it. Okay. But I am super excited to bring on this very special person today because not only is she my friend, she is a mother, she is a woman of God. She is like this bright little ball of sunshine all the time. She's so encouraging, she's inspiring. She has a heart for women, helping them to be able to take their voices and turn it into clients. She does that through her business. And so she is a not voice, speaker brand strategist. And she helps women all the time to be able to tap into that story, tap into their voice, use it to be able to transform lives by bringing people into their businesses, by speaking on stages. So I'm super excited to bring my friend, my sissy, Ciara Shanae. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the live stream, ma'am.
Woo! I am so excited to be here, and I'm telling you, Shamandrian is the absolute best to introduce me anywhere. I wish I could literally put her in my pocket. You know how like DJs literally have like that little clip that they just play that just says their name out real loud so that everybody knows who they are. I wish I could just drop you, just drop Shamandrian introduction every time before I hit the stage because it is magnificent.
I love it. People always say that I have really good introductions. And that's honestly, it's because I love people and I love genuine people. And so, like, I'm like the hype man for it. If there's something that I love and I think it's the best kept secret, then I'm gonna shout it to the mountaintops. And I think the people that I've been connected to are like the best kept secret. They are absolutely amazing. And so I want everybody else to know how great and amazing you are too.
Thank
So,
you.
Sierra, yes, so I know that we have a limited amount of time. And so I thank you so much for your time being with me today. I really want people to get to know a little bit about you. So tell everybody what you do and who you are.
Okay, well, I was gonna say, like, you did a really great job. Like, not just saying that, but a lot of people don't really use your language when introducing you, and you literally took the words that I would say. But in essence, I am a speaker brand strategist. I absolutely love to teach women speakers how to leverage stages so they can enroll more clients into their programs. And so, what she was going to go into a little bit earlier when she was saying voice instead of speaker brand strategist is that I do have the Voice the Clients method, which I am the proud creator of, which is my 5-step process to helping women speakers turn their voices into client magnets. And so I'm really excited to be here and to do the work that I do. Some of the things that differentiate me from a lot of the people who work with speakers or who share industry with me is that I have a background in psychology. And although I did not go down the original path of being a psychotherapist, I can't help but to cultivate breakthrough amongst my speakers, because a lot of times that is very important. A lot of speakers don't realize how muzzled they actually are. Muzzled doesn't necessarily mean that you're not saying anything. It means that you're not speaking at the volume that you can be. So you're not as loud, you're not as heard as you really could be. You're not connecting as strong as you can, right? You're not causing for people to take the action that you actually want them to take, right? And so there's a lot of things that we have to do to get that layer off. So a lot of times when I talk about unmuzzling, that's when the psychologist, right, the psychotherapy in me, the psychology background begins to come out. And I also infuse psychology into a lot of the strategy that I teach, because if you can really understand humans, right, because you sell to people, then you'll be able to really, on a deeper level, understand client conversion and how that actually works, right? And so me and Shamandrian talk a lot about relationship marketing and how we love that. Like Shamandrian is sweet as pie, and then her same approach to getting clients is sweet as pie. Whereas some people, you might like, oh, I know they selling. I know they trying to get to the bag, right? Shamandrian, you'll never know because she naturally would just be loving on you and really building genuine relationship. And that is something that is very important, to connect with people on deeper levels, care about what's going on in their world and who they are as an individual versus that a number, right? Which is what a lot of people in sales focus on, just people being a number versus people being people. And so I love that about you, Shamandrian, and I'll just close on that note.
Well, thank you. I take pride in building relationship first, because I feel that if anyone is going to be a client, I want to know who they are. I want to know and understand them. And genuinely, I just like to support people. So, like I want to know what you're doing. Like it's like, okay, I want to know what you're doing. I want to know your dream. I want to know your vision. I want to know if it's something that I can push you and inspire you and encourage you with, because that's who I'm called to be. Like I love being able to see the things that God has given someone as far as an idea, and to be able to see bigger than where you're seeing right now, and figure out ways that I can help you to get there. Like genuine, that's a part of me even before I was getting paid to do it. And so when I approach someone and I'm connecting with people, it's not just about, hey, I want you to come join my community. Hey, I want you to be a part of my program. It's like, no, I want to know what God placed on the inside of you, because I think that He's put something incredible on the inside of all of us. And we have to be able to bring it out. And sometimes we have to lock arms with the right people who will help us to bring it out. And I feel that that is one of my gifts in reference to the people that I'm locking arm with. I will push you. I will pull it out. I will encourage you. I'm going to tell you some sweet stuff, but I'm going to tell you the stuff that you probably don't really want to hear either, but it's going to get you to where you're trying to go. But anyway, not so much more about me, Ciara. So you are, well, today is International Women's Day. And I think that um the reason that I really wanted to do our podcast episode in person is because when we think about International Women's Day, a lot of times everybody starts to point out all of like the big, amazing people that are doing like the huge and incredible things. And sometimes we just have to, like toot ourselves and toot our own horn and say, hey, I am an international woman. I am a woman who is doing, all these different things that God has placed in my life, and I'm balancing all those things. And you're one of those people that I honestly admire, because you're a mom, you have a little boy, you're a single mom, you're a woman of God, you hold strong to those values that God is that God has asked of us as women. Um you're building a business, you work a full-time job, you work with kids at your full-time job, like it's so many things. And then you are such a nurturer to your friends. Like it's very seldom that I see you running on low. And so I wanted to take some time to say, you know what? I celebrate you, sister, today. I celebrate you because even in the midst of you doing all the things for all the people, you very seldom ask for anything for yourself. You very seldom take time. And I know you're probably like, this is not what I signed up for, but you're going to get it. And this is not only for her, but this is for all of you as well, because we are in spaces where we're doing so many things, and not all the time we take time to give ourselves a pat on the back. But Ciara, I want to give you a pat on the back because you have cultivated a community where you're building up women and you're helping them to be able to use the gift that God has placed on the inside of them with their voice. But not only are you fighting your own battles, you still show up and you encourage everybody, and you do it with a smile on your face. Like, I met you in November, and I don't think I've had the opportunity now to be able to see you from behind the scenes. But even seeing you from behind the scenes, and even on tough days that I've seen you behind the scenes, you still have a smile on your face. You're still laughing. You're still trying to find ways to encourage other people. You're still making jokes about it, and you're still asking about other people, even in your space of need. So I just wanted to give you your flowers today because you give everybody else their flowers all the time. You encourage, you inspire, you build people up all the time. And so I wanted to give you your flowers today.
I appreciate you. I definitely did not sign up for that. I'm like, but I'm such a crier. I'm like, I'm about to cry on live, and then people, they just go and get it. Because it's really that was very heartwarming, and I appreciate it. And like I remember at one point where like my love language was words of affirmation. I feel like it's still somewhere around there. It's not as high as it used to be, but I appreciate it. And I love that about you. Like, Shamandrian has no problem affirming you. Like, it's so many times, and we just keep telling you all the behind the scenes, but there's so many times where Shamandria would just call to pray or just call to just affirm. Like, sometime was it this week? She just called, and I was just like, hello. And she was like, she just went in with like the boom, boom, boom of affirmations. Like, she just got me up with affirmations. And I needed it so much because I was at a point where I was about to be really discouraged. Because we have those, can we just be real? Like, we have those moments where we get discouraged and our minds start lying to us and swirling and going out of control. I don't know. I feel like we need to like really just bring this stuff to the forefront because a lot of people think that they're doing this, that this is happening by them, like just to them, right? They're going through this by themselves. But no, the mind goes crazy, and sometimes you feel like you can't do it. And you see some people on social media thinking about like they just want to throw it away, like just throw the whole business away, right? Sometimes you're trying to figure out what works, you're trying to figure out your processes, you're trying to figure out how you can actually get these results more frequently, right? More rapidly. And it can get really, really discouraging. But when you have sisters like Shamandrian, and like I love it because the way she speaks of me is what I feel about her, right? And I remember like not having so much what is it not being so reciprocal, right? But this is like literally reciprocal. And so when you come into Shamandrian's place, because this is what we do. So I'm gonna talk about her, she gonna talk about me, right? When you come into Shamandrian's world, this is what you get. She literally duplicates herself within her community, and she wants everybody to feel the same way. She wants everyone to feel loved, everyone to feel affirmed, everyone to know that they can absolutely handle it no matter what, like, no matter how many things you have on your plate, it is like known. I don't even know the word that I could use that would really like magnify this. Like, I want to say nationally known. This is nationally known that women are always constantly juggling roles and responsibilities. It is like known that if you are a woman, that you got a lot going on. Like there's so many people that talk about like wearing so many different hats. right? Or then you might want to say like you got a whole bunch of different bags or whatever analogy that you want to like use to like to visualize it. We tend to have a lot going on. But not only does the word of God say that God doesn't give us more than we can bear, she handles business, says that you can handle it. Shamandrian says that you can carry it all. It's all about having the right routines, rhythms, systems, schedules. Like this is all of the things that you would get from being a part of the She Handles business community by being connected to Shamandry. You'll get a little bit more systemized, right? You'll plan more efficiently so that you know you'll have a clearer vision so that you know how to handle it all and how it all works together. Because sometimes we look at all these different things as separate moving pieces, and then that overwhelms us. And then that tells us I can't handle it. But if you understand how it all connects as one unit, baby, you feel like Wonder Woman. You're like, I got this. You know, you'll know that you came from a lineage of warriors. And I do love Wonder Woman. Like that movie was my holy. I love Marvel superheroes, everything. Like that's not even Marvel, but still, you know, you'll realize that she was a part of a whole lineage of women warriors. And then you'll really fully know who you are and be able to show up as she who handles business. And that all goes back to the mind.
Mm-hmm. 100%. And I think that, community is so important because, like, what we do on our own by ourselves, we can go fast by ourselves, but we can go far and so much further, when we do it together, when we lock arms with other people and not just anybody, but people that are willing to champion you, people who are willing to celebrate you. And I feel like with us too, our Kingdom Sisters in Business, our small group, we have been able to push and propel each other because of that community. And then with the She Handles Business, community, I've heard the women say over and over again that, yes, what I'm doing is challenging and it's hard, but because I'm connected to other women, because I know that we're all doing it together, it starts to quiet that giant. Right? Because we have these giants in our mind and in our hearts that's telling us, hey, don't do this, don't do that. That's too scary. You can't do that. You're not called enough for that. This is too much for you. You're not, like, you're not qualified to handle all these things. Like, who are you to go and serve those people or to talk to this type of person or to offer this type of product or to sell at this price? We have all these different giants that speak up. But then when you have other sisters, that's like when you speak it out of your mouth, and instead of you being alone and hearing the giants, you're speaking it out and you're hearing other people like, yeah, 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 go do it. And that's literally like how our space is. We all were like, yeah, 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 go do it, go do it, go do it. And it's so important to just be plugged in. Find people, find other women, women that you can celebrate and pour into, but then also women that will celebrate you, that will pour into you. Find your community, whether it's She Handles Business community, whether it is the Voice to Clients campus. Like, I probably said the name wrong. Did I say it wrong? I didn't. Yay, because I be mixing up all her terms. But she has a campus for speakers, people that are not necessarily the brand spanking new speakers, but you're the speaker on a journey. You're the person who is becoming, who is evolving, who is growing and developing and trying to figure out your expertise, trying to figure out how you specialize, how you show up, the best way that you can do that, and being able to use your platform that you've built and convert those people who are following you, who are called to your story and your expertise, convert them into another product that's going to help you to be able to make more money. Like people who are already doing speaking engagements, but you're leaving empty handed with no connections and no leads and no money, right? If you're going to do free speaking engagements, you might as well have some speaker CEO systems that are going to help you get paid on the back end. And that's what Ciara does. So whether
She
and you
killed
see
that.
how like we are able to edify each other so well. That's because we are intentional about supporting each other. And that's the power of community. She's able to pull me into her space and I'm gonna throw her flowers and boost her up and push her up. And it's the same way. I'll pull her into my space and she's able to do the same thing. She knows what I do. I know what she does because we are doing life and business together. And so I just want to encourage you, like, find some woman that you can pour into and you can encourage and you can just, lift up and inspire and be, connected to. But then also find people that are willing to do life with you, because we all need something to pour into, and we all need someone that is willing to pour back into us. And if you can't find that space, you got two people right here who has communities and spaces that are willing to welcome you with open arms and give you a smile, because we both smile all the time. I
all the
think I
time.
probably fuss a little more than Sierra does. I might fuss at you a little bit more, but you're gonna get it together. It's okay.
Oh, this is wonderful. And a lot of times we minimize the history that we are constantly making. And
Mm.
history is in the making. Like I just think of Rosa Parks all the time, and I think her birthday is in February, my birthday month. I'm not sure, but like Rosa Parks, she didn't know that that day when she was tired, getting off of work, that she was going to be talked about throughout history. She had no idea. Sis just took a stand. Sis just was herself. She just expressed herself. She just was like, I'm not having it today. Like, it's just not going to happen, you know? And so we are constantly just living life, just doing what's regular for us and minimizing the history that we are making. We are literally making history. You are literally making history. The lane that you operate in, the lane that you stay in, okay? Because you understand that you specialize and that what you do is different from everybody else, will absolutely make history. I know for a fact that as I look at the many people in my industry who work with speakers that don't do what I do, it makes me excited to stand in my specialty. It makes me excited that while everybody is talking about how you can speak on stages, how you can make six five, six seven figures from speaking, how you can get contracts and all of the language that is going out there, how you can have a stage presence. But then there's me, like, but did you get any clients? But did you get any clients? Like, oh, I sold books, I sold t-shirts, they complimented me, they clapped for me, they cried, but did you get clients? Like, that
Mhm.
is my lane, and I absolutely love it. I care about all the other things that everybody else is talking about. I would love to have them in my rooms. I support those notions. However, my question at the end of the day is, did you leverage those stages for clients? And majority of people don't even know how to, and no one's even teaching how to, right? And so there's people talking about how to get clients. Most people say social media. Most people say wait around for referrals, right? And they're just sitting, that's what people are teaching, right? And then there's some people that are teaching you how to get more paid speaking opportunities. But what if you can like literally merge all of this together and get paid a minimum of four figures from speaking, and then also get a minimum of four figures on the back end from coaching, right? That is where I come into play, and I am making history. I am making history. You are making history. There is not a lot of people who are teaching you how to actually have time freedom, right? Where you are a mom and you have a lot going on, and you're juggling things in your own personal life, and you're making God a priority, right? And then you also are having in mind the legacy you want to leave behind, right? There's not a lot of people that are teaching you this, like Shamandrian, how this is actually possible. She is making history. You will hear a lot of legacy talk out here on the internet, but not the way that Shamandrian is teaching it, not necessarily from a kingdom perspective, because God is the one who knows what's going to happen after you die. Legacy is speaking of what's going to be left behind when you're not here. Only God would know how to plan such a thing. And so you would need a woman of God like Shamandrian who can see afar out because of getting in connection with God. Without that connection with God, how are we really talking about legacy? Real talk. Like you could try, and I'm not coming for anybody that talks about, life insurance and trust funds. And I think all of that is very important. I think that it's as proactive as you can be. But if we tap into God, who knows your very last breath and knows everything, knows what your children will need in your absence, like you don't know what they're gonna need. You don't know them, but he knows every hair on their head, right? That's why it's so important. That's a crucial pillar, Shamandrian, of legacy. We can't really tap into legacy without God. I don't even know why that just came on me, but I feel it so strong. How we like how arrogant of us to really try to do legacy without God. We
Mhm.
can't. You don't know. We don't like. We don't know. You're not here. But I'm gonna pass it back to you, Sissy.
Well, I know that. So, one, I just want to say thank you so much for your time because I know you had a short block of time today. So, I want to be mindful of it. But I appreciate you so much in so many ways. I appreciate you for being here, of course, today. But I also just appreciate you as a woman, as a friend, and as, a fellow woman in business and being able to see the impact that you're making. So, everyone, if you are a speaker and you are trying to learn more, about how to, convert clients with your speaking ability and to build your own stage, whether it be a summit, whether it be a podcast, whether it be, whatever that looks like. She's definitely someone that can help you to map that out and help you to convert clients from your speaking opportunity. So please get connected with Ciara. Go to her Facebook page, hop in her DMs. She has a amazing campus that had, when I say tons of stuff in it, okay, there's a price tag, but in comparison to what is on the inside of her campus and the amount of value that is on the inside of her campus, like you literally can plug in there, and that four-figure, speaking engagement would be a easy thing to do because you're plugging into such a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information. So, definitely go get plugged into Ciara, learn more about what she does because she is an amazing person to just be connected to. So I thank you for joining me today, Ciara.
Absolutely no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right, y'all. Well, that is all for today. Reminder that we are in the Becoming She Who Handles Business series. So, all month long for Women's History Month and for my birthday month, which is on Monday, by the way. Um, I will be coming live and just sharing more and teaching more about different strategies, techniques, tips, things that you can implement as you are becoming she who handles business, that woman who is building her legacy, that woman who is building a business that will allow her to have the income she desires, the time freedom that she deserves, the abundance that God has stored up for her in reference to business. No more burned out, broken, and overwhelmed and overworked. We are building the businesses that we dream about. So I encourage you to join me on Monday. At 11:30, and I will catch you all later. And be sure to check out the She Handles Business podcast because this recording is going to go up on there. All right. Talk to you all later, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye.